stream today, but if you don't know it already, Sweet Survivor is based in Kansas City, and I'm a Chiefs fan. And I was planning on bringing you the reactions from the local neighborhood area. We have a nice area with lots of bars and restaurants and a sports bar with big TVs, and of course the rally downtown. Uh, you've seen the news by now and know that somebody decided to start shooting a couple of people. And so we've got to, I keeps changing, but one dead, 14 injured, I believe gunshot, three critical, three of those in critical, and others coming into hospitals with trampling injuries. So I think that's what I want to talk about more than anything. I know gunfire is scary, but I mean, oh, what am I doing here? Well, I live here half the time, more than half the time. I Sweet Survivor is based here, and um, I was I had just released my CD like 3 weeks ago, A Bed for My Boots, and it just hit iTunes a couple of days ago because it has to go through weeks of clearance there. You might have seen it on YouTube and Spotify, and but finally got to iTunes. So I'm like, yay, I'm going to make my first video for one of the songs, which is the Prairie Song. And I thought, what better than to combine the Chiefs' victory? And so I've been like crafting all this, just putting together all these pictures and working on my video. And now, how do you, the whole ambience has changed, let's just say, that's for sure. Um, I'm just, it always shocks me. I mean, my son was in the College of the Performing Arts, and I don't even know if the volume's up here, I should probably check that. My son was in the Young American College of the Performing Arts, one of my three sons, and he was in you remember the San Bernardino shooting? Well, he was 25 miles away on lockdown, and while they were looking for that guy, and that was terrifying enough. But 5 miles away, opened fire on a place that I was on my way to when I came to the reality that my knee is not going to do this. I was going to go to Swope Park and catch a free shuttle. Then I thought there's so many things that can go wrong, so I did not go. Not that I would have got shot if I did. I'm just saying it's anywhere now. I hope everyone realizes. And I'm not making a pitch for taking guns away from people. Actually, I'm the opposite. I believe in, arming myself, and but also in training myself. And I am armed and trained. And I have another page called, one of my Facebook pages is Armed, Liberal, and Training, that I started recently because I see a problem with taking this and automatically defining guns as bad. This is another reason why we need to get guns out of the hands of people. And it's like, we do need to find a way to regulate and try to stop people from getting guns that shouldn't have them. But the fact of the matter is, they do. And I wouldn't be surprised to find out if any of the people involved in this were not carrying properly, or beyond that, we're not, that's not what I mean, did not have the right to carry based on some action in their past. We'll see. That's just supposing on my part. But supposing that's correct, the idea of only letting the bad guys have access to personal protection, or what they use as offensive action, is foolish. I've talked about it on the level of the government. Yes, a well-armed militia was supposed to support the government, but it's all, if the government is the problem, taking all the guns away from people and limiting capacities and all, that's not the idea. So there isn't a good answer. That's the problem. I was getting really deep into this in my thoughts, and obviously I'm a bit shaken up here, so I might as well run with it instead of getting off like a logical person would. I'm just thinking, is it just fate? Because I know if we take all the guns away from people, then we're going to have a dictatorship on day one, so to speak. But maybe we've just outgrown the capacity to have an actual cohesive society. Maybe it was a failed experiment. Are we going to let it be a failed experiment? You know, because if we liberals, I am liberal, I'm not calling myself a Republican or a Democrat anymore because I'm so disgusted with everybody. But I'll definitely be voting Democrat because Republicans done gone batshit crazy, and Democrats at least are mostly on the right side of things, but not when it comes to guns. Because I guarantee you, if I'd have been standing by or behind or had a shot, probably wouldn't have. But if the off chance that an armed citizen who's trained had a shot, maybe they could take that person down before he put 8 children and others in the hospital and killed one. Maybe. But it's kind of an irrelevant question. It is what it is. We've got what we've got. And as long as the bad guys are going to have a bunch of guns, I'm going to have guns too. And I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. And I started this by saying I released Prairie Song. So I'm not going to get any deeper in that today because I literally need a drink. And I'm going to go crack myself a boulevard and call it a day. This, like everyone says, it's true. This not only does this not define Kansas City, gun violence doesn't define any place that it happens. Gun violence defines the person shooting the gun, the environment that they grew up in, the neural connectivity that their brain has because of that, their ability to think rationally. It's very complicated, but I know those people have guns. And while they do, I will too. Kansas City, go Chiefs. We're proud of you. We don't need to recover from this. There are 2 individuals that need to find justice from this. Talk to you soon. Tomorrow, actually. Bye. We'll do those Nasty Women broadcasts tomorrow.